All right, guys, can you see my screen? Vic, can you see my screen? Okay. Last time we started work on inequalities, and you're doing very well. And I was explaining that I was explaining how you represent inequalities, and we are doing this exercise. We did exercise 4.3, and I gave you some other questions as an assignment. So remember, we had said that exercise 4.3. We're done number 1A, which was saying, number 1 was saying write an inequality, right? It was saying write an inequality. Pardon? No. Don't write this, but just this is a quick. I'm just revising for the first 5 minutes. Then we go on to today's work. Okay. You don't have to write this part, Vic. Okay. Are we together? Yes. So here, the first is write an inequality to describe, okay, to describe each of these solution sets. Write an inequality to describe each of these solution sets. And we had it as the first one, part A, you know, we had -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you can see that this circle here was at 2, and it was pointing to the left to the end of the number line, and it kept going. And I was telling you that when you are representing an inequality, listen, where you have an arrow like this, it means it goes on forever. It keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Now, if it's facing the left, like this, it means x is less than, okay? Because it's taking numbers that are less than. It's taking numbers to the left, which means it's taking numbers that are less than a certain value. And what value is that? The value where your circle is, which is 2. So you're saying because it's facing the left, x is less than 2. And now we then looked at the circle here, and we saw that it was shaded inside. Then we saw that it means we should put an or equal to there. Right? Do you agree with me? Good. Good. So if we would go to the next one, which is the B, and we'll put the number line as well. Would have. You can see that on B, they're now using 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, which means they wanted it to cover a few more positions. -6, -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. It keeps going. Then you can see it starts at -2 and goes like this. Does anything change because I've used the 2, 4, 6, 8 number line? No. Okay, I've just represented more things. Do I look at the number where the arrow ends? No. If there is an arrow, it means it goes on and on and on and on and on. There is no end. There is no end. So don't worry about thinking about an end. There is no end. There is an arrow which tells you there is no end. It goes on and on and on and on. What you do is you see, is the arrow pointing the left or the right? In this situation, the arrow is pointing the right hand side, which means x would be greater than the number. So because the arrow is facing, so we are taking values that are greater than. Values on the right hand side. Values greater than. Greater than what? Greater than where your circle is. Where is the circle? The circle is at -2. So x is going to be greater than -2. Are we all right, guys? Vic? Okay. Right. Let's see. Let me see one thing. Give me 1 second. Right, let's continue. I'm just checking for the other live. Right. I'm continuing. Can you all see? I'm continuing. 80. Vic. Right, let's do the third one, the part C now. What they just gave is, negative 20, negative 15, negative 10, negative 5, then 0, then 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. Okay, then you say now 10 going all the way up. Okay, so what do we look at again when you're answering this? When you see yourself having an arrow, what did I say we look at now? We look at where the arrow is facing, right? Because we know that this type of inequality, does it finish? It doesn't finish, right? It goes on forever because it's an arrow. Once you see an inequality have an arrow, then don't expect it to finish, please. Don't expect it to finish. But you have to look at where the direction that your arrow is facing. This one, is it facing the left or the right, boys? It's facing the right. So that means x is what? Greater than. We are taking values that are bigger than, because we are facing the right. So we're going to these values that are bigger than something. We want the bigger values because the arrow is facing the right. So if the arrow is facing the right, I want to see you right below x greater than. Okay, I want to see the crocodile face x to mean the crocodile is saying x is bigger than. The crocodile always faces the bigger thing. Are we together? Yes. Good. So x should be greater than. It's when the crocodile faces x like this, it means x is greater than. It's for this one here. So x greater than. Great. X greater than. That's the one we're looking at. Now, what is it greater than? What value is the circle on? Yes, you've said x greater than because your arrow is facing the right. Now, what value is the circle on? The circle is at what? 10. So x is greater than 10. Do you agree with me? Then now you check your circle. Is it shaded or is it unshaded? It's shaded. So if it's shaded, you then put an or equal to below. Are we together? Okay. Vic, are we together? All right. Now we're going to D. We're going to D. Negative 40, negative 30, negative 20, negative 10, 0, 10, 20, 30. This is the number line they gave you now. This is the number line they gave you. And you can see it starts at negative 20 and it's going towards the left. It's going towards the left-hand side. So now, Vic, tell me, what is the first thing you should look at, Vic? The first thing, that's the third thing. The first thing you look at is what? That is the third thing you look at, if the circle is shaded or not. It's the third thing. The first thing, you look at where your arrow is facing. First thing you look at if there is an arrow or not. Okay, Vic? Check if there is an arrow. You're going to see there is an arrow. So that means this thing will keep going on forever, ever. Now, where is the arrow facing, Vic? Is it facing the left or the right-hand side? It's facing the left. So we are taking smaller values, right? Values that are less than, right? Because it's facing the left, right? So we're going to say x is what? Less than. The crocodile does not face x. Okay, crocodile will not face it because it's less than. Crocodile always faces the bigger thing. So x is less than. What is it less than? What number is the next thing? You look at what number the circle is on. What number is this? Do you have this circle? Negative 20. So x is less than negative 20. Well done, 80. Now, the last thing. Is the circle shaded or unshaded, Vic? So do we put an or equal to, or we don't? We do not put an or equal to because the circle is unshaded at negative 20. At negative 20. Well done. So for this type which is arrows, I hope you have mastered it. Have you mastered it? The type that gives you with arrows. Have you mastered everything? You sure? So I can count on you on that one, right? Okay. Good. I'm happy. Let's go to the next thing now. Okay? Let's go to the next type. I feel this one you have mastered it. We'll go to the next type. Next type is part E. Is part E. We put our number line. -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this time, look at what it's like. It has 2 circles now. So this is the easiest version. We've mastered the harder one, which is arrows. Now we are doing this one, which is the easier version. In this one, something has changed. We no longer have an arrow, but we have 2 circles. A circle here and another circle here. Have you seen that it has changed? Boys, have you seen that we now have 2 circles? So when we have 2 circles, you just look at what you do. You take the first number where the first circle is. What is that? Which number is this 80? Where the first circle is? The number is -2. Where the first circle is. Then you're going to say less than x. Then you say less than. Vic, which number is the other circle at? 2. Do you see how you write it? You just say negative. You start with this one, -2. You say less than x, then you say which is less than, then you put this other one. Okay? Do you understand? Good. So this is to say that we are starting at -2 and we are ending at 2. So we start at -2 and end at 2. Now what you then look at is, do we have a circle that is shaded? Do we have a circle that is shaded between the 2 circles? Give me a second. Yes, we have a circle that is shaded. The circle that is shaded is the one at -2. So you put an or equal to at that circle. Okay? When we have a circle that is shaded, that means there is an or equal to. Do you understand? Yes. The circle that is shaded is at -2, so we put an or equal to. But at 2, it's unshaded, so I don't want to see an or equal to. There will be, that's a problem. We will have a problem if you do that. Because you can't put an or equal to if the circle is unshaded. Let's do part F. This type is easy. I don't want you to take time. Do it the way that I told you, okay? When there are 2 circles, just write it the exact way that I told you. -20, -50, -10, -5, 0, 5, 10, 50. Now, where are the circles? Where are the circles? Here and there. Where are the circles? -10 and at 50. 80, which one is shaded? 15. Then you join them. Vic, how do we then represent this? The one that is at 15 is the one which is shaded. Vic, how do we then represent this? No. What do I want you to write it this way. Tell me, how do you write it this way? What do you write? What do you write this when you see that there is no arrow, there are two circles. So you just write, what's the first number here, Vic? Tell me. Negative 10. Then what do you do? Less than x, which is less than what? Which is less than 15. That's what I want you to see. Come on, you can do this, everybody. Come on now. This is the easier time. And then now you check which of the two is shaded. 15. So that is where we put n or equal to. Are we together? Questions? Let's go to number 2. Part A. We are now representing on a number line. We are the ones now drawing the number line. In number 2, we are the ones now drawing the number line. They said we should draw the number line for x greater than 3. Can you see it? Let's draw that number line for x greater than 3. Number 2a. X greater than 3. So if you're drawing for x greater than 3, you can put like this. Then say negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get up to like 6 because we want x to be greater than. So your arrow is going to be facing the right hand side. This is just x greater than. So we know that when it's greater than, the arrow is facing the right hand side. And since it's greater than 3, that means the circle is at 3. So you go to 3, you put your circle, and we want greater than, so we want numbers at the right. You put your arrow going there like this. Okay? We want x greater than. And then we now come back and see, is it or equal to? Do we have an or equal to? You see that we don't. So you leave the circle unshaded like this. This is x greater than 3. Are you seeing? Then we do part B. Part B is x less than or equal to minus 3. So if we are going to minus 3 and we are going to be less than, that means we can start minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. This is enough. We are starting at minus 3 and we are getting less than. X is less. The crocodile is not facing it. The crocodile is not facing x. It's less than. So we are facing, look, you put a circle at minus 3. Since it's less than, you point to the left. And you are going to shade because there is an or equal to. You put your circle at minus 3 because that is the value being talked about here. And since we are taking less than, you point to the left and you will shade because there is an or equal to. So x is less than or equal to negative 3. Less than or equal to negative 3. Questions? Questions here? Right, then we have x less than or equal to 0. That's C now. So we put our number line. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we want it to be less than 0. So what do you do? When it's less than 0, what do you do? Where do you go? First, tell me. You go to what? Which position? X is less than what? X is less than 0, so we go to which position on the number line? Which position are we starting? At 0. Then we are putting a circle there. And where is it supposed to face? To the left, because X is less than. Are we supposed to shade or not, Vic? Why? There's no or equal to. So we don't shade. Yes. So you tell me what position you start. First, tell me where you are putting your 0 or your circle rather. It's at position 0. You put it at position 0. Now tell me where the arrow is going to face. The left, because X is less than. So it faces the left like this, and it's like that. So it goes. Sorry. Let's do part D now. Let's do part D. We now have, tell me, Vic, what is your part D saying? X is what? Say it again. X is what? X is greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to what? To negative 20. So we put our number line. Where are we going to put our circle? Vic? Where is our circle going? What position? Circle. What position is the circle going to go? What is this number, Vic? This one. So where is our circle going? When it was 0, where did our circle go? When it was negative 3, where did our circle go? When it was 3, where did we start? 3. So that's what I want to hear. We are going to negative 20. Wow, really? Yes. And so you're going to now put negative 25, negative 20, negative 15, negative 10, negative 5, 0, 5, 10, 15. Are you seeing? Now, you said, where's our arrow going? Okay, where's our circle going? Negative 20. We put our circle. Then because X is greater than, we face to the right. It faces the right like this. Okay, you draw it to the end of the number line. It should keep going until it gets there. So this is X greater than negative 20. Then you see, does it have an or equal to? Yes, it has an or equal to. So now you will shade. This was just X less than 0. Now let's do part E, which is very easy. Everybody can see that part E is easy because it has 2 things. So we have 2 circles. This one is way too easy. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where are the 2 positions we are going to put our circles now? AT on part E. What are the 2 positions we're going to put our circle? 0 and at 7. Because you can see that it is 0 less than x less than 7. So it means we are joining two circles, 0 and 7. Do we have any circle which is going to be shaded there? Do we have anything which is an or equal to, which has an or equal to? The one at 7. So we now go to 7 and we shade. So we can now just say 0 less than x less than 7 or equal to. Then we do f. For f, we'll do it like this. Then what are the two positions, Vic, that my circles are supposed to be at now? Well done. I want quick responses like that of somebody paying attention. Well done. At -2 and at 5. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put our circle at -2 and at 5. Well done. Then you join them. Is there anywhere where we are shading? Do we have any place that we are shading any of the circles? Which position here between these two? At -2, because there is an or equal to, so we are shading it. So we say -2 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 5. Anyone with a question? So we have no question here. 80. Now let's do question 4. It now wants us to solve. Then after solving, we'll sketch. Right? Can you all see that? Okay, wait. Give me a second. We have a problem. I'm so sorry. Some part was not visible. Let's do question 4 now. We have 5x greater than 10. We are supposed to solve. Then after solving, we are then supposed to sketch on a number line, which we are good at, okay? So what we just have to master now is solving. Then we can sketch on the number line. So let's solve first. 5x is greater than 10. Let's solve this one now. How do we solve this inequality first? By solving, it means you are making x the subject, right? When we say you are solving, it means you are making x the subject. Are we agreeing? Okay, so let's make x the subject. We take 5 to the other side, right? We remain with x greater than. It's now 10 over 5. Because when 5 goes to the other side, it will now divide, which is the opposite of multiplying. So now we will have x greater than 10 over 5 will be 2. Are we together? So we'll have x greater than 2. Can we sketch this on the number line? Any day of the week we can. Any day of the week we can sketch this. So let's sketch this. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 Vic. Oh, question 4 was just solving. So let's do them both together then. We are doing question 4 and question 5 together. So it's like in question 4 we solve, then we do question 5 where we sketch. Okay? So this is 4 part I, part 1, and this is 5 part 1, where we are now sketching what we just solved. Are we together? Okay, let's do them step by step. Maybe it's fine. Still fine. Let's do 4 part 2. Let's do 4 part B. 4A we've solved. Let's solve 4B then. 4b, let's solve. 4x plus 1 is less than or equal to 17. Let's solve this one now. This is subject of the formula, right? It's testing. Are you good at subject of the formula? That's what it's testing. We want to make x the subject here. Okay, that's how we solve. We need to make x the subject. How? First, we take 1 to the other side, okay? When we are making x the subject, when we are making x, let me swap them like this. When we are making x the subject, first we take the plus 1 to the other side. Okay? We don't start with 4. Remember, to make it the subject means remove everything else that's not x and remain with x only. We start with the 1. We don't start with the 4. 4 is too close to x. We start with the 1. The 1 is adding. We take it to the other side. It will subtract. So we will remain with 4x, and it will be less than or equal to 17 minus 1. And we have 4x less than or equal to 16. We now have x less than or equal to 16 divided by 4. Okay, 4 will go to the other side to divide. We now have x less than or equal to 16 divided by 4 is a 4. So x is less than or equal to 4. Are we together? Vic, are we together? AT, are we together? I don't want to see gibberish when you are solving. Let's solve this one. 3x plus 1 less than negative 8. How do we isolate x again? Tell me. We are to solve for x. In other words, to isolate it, to make it be alone. Who do we start with here? Do you start by removing the 3 or the 1? The 1. Okay, like here we started with the 1 as well. Because he is far away from x. He is further. 3 is right next to x. We can't start with him. We start with the plus 1. It goes to the other side. You now have 3x less than negative 8. Then this plus 1 is coming to become a minus 1. You now have 3x less than negative 8 minus 1 becomes negative 9. Now you have x less than negative 9 divided by 3, okay? 3 goes to the other side to divide. You have x less than negative 9 divided by 3. You put in your calculator, you should get negative 3. Are we together? Boys, are we together here? Good job, good job. Let's do the last one. Let's do this D. Then we can now sketch them like 5 says. Wait, so what did I do? Why did I label this as D? This is actually C. Now let's do D now. Let's do D. Let's do it properly. Let's get a correct answer there, man. What would it say? It says 3 open bracket x plus 1 is greater than or equal to minus 6. 3 open bracket x plus 1 is greater than or equal to minus 6. Okay, so what we know is we've been told to solve. Don't do your own thing. You've been told to solve. So when you're solving and you have a number that is solving for x means you are removing everything else to remain with x. You are isolating it. You are making it the subject. So when we are removing, we start with the 3, the number outside the bracket. It's multiplying. It goes to the other side. Here we remain with x plus 1 greater than or equal to negative 6 is now being divided by 3, okay? 3 goes to the other side to divide. To divide. We will now have x plus 1 is greater than or equal to negative of 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then now we can take the 1 to the other side. Okay, we have x greater than or equal to negative 2 is already there. Now this plus 1 is coming to become a minus 1. And you have x greater than or equal to negative 3. Are we good with solving? 80. Okay. Can you solve number 6a, please? With one. Solve the inequality. Can you solve it? And send me the solution. Solve number 6a. Number 6a. And tell me what the solution is. 6a. Work like a, where it says solve the inequality 4x plus 5 is less than 17. Can you solve it, please? And give me the solution. Tell me what it is. I want you to tell me what solution you get. Okay? Number 6A. Before we do number 5, I want to see if you have seen how to solve this. 4x plus 5 is less than 17. Do it the way I was doing it. You know what solving means, right? Yes, you know what to solve means. So can you solve, boys, and tell me what answer you get here? Let's see. What is the solution? Tell me. We take what do we say? What do we take to the other side first when we want to solve? We take 5 to the other side first. What does it become, Vic? 4x less than what now? It's less than what? Yes, 17. I agree. 17 minus 5. Well done, Vic. So it becomes 4x less than what is 17 minus 5? 12. Well done. Which means x will be less than 12. Then what? What do we then do with this 4? 80. We divide. Goes to the other side to divide now. Okay, we start with the 5, then we do the 4. Well done. Because 5 is further from x. So now you get x less than 3. Don't make a mistake. Now let's sketch these. Okay. Number 5. Let's sketch all these that you, so you can now do it to solve, then to sketch. Here we have x greater than 2. So that's the one we are solving. We are sketching x greater than 2 for 5a, right? X greater than 2. Is it only greater than or it's greater than equal to? Just greater than. So let's solve. We put our number line minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, where do we put our circle, boys? Where do we put our circle here? Where do we put our circle? At which position here? At position 2. We put our circle. Then where do we face? Do we face the right or the left? X is what here? X is what? Where is the crocodile facing? What is x? Is it greater than or less than? 80, it's your turn. Where is the crocodile facing? Where is the crocodile facing? Are you looking? Can you see? So is x greater than or is it less than? It's greater than. So where does your arrow point now? to the right because x is greater than. So when x is greater than, your arrow points to the right. Well done. So x is greater than, the crocodile is facing x, which means x is greater than. So that means your arrow faces to the right. You first put a circle at 2, then you check if x is greater than or it's less than, then you do it. Now let's do 5b. We are sketching for this one. X less than or equal to 4. So now we are putting on B, x less than or equal to 4. We'll put on number line. Let's put on number line. Let's quickly put on number line. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what is the first thing, Vic? What is the first thing? What should we look at first, Vic? What is the first thing? Where are we? Well done. We'll look at where we are going to place the circle first. Well done. That's what we're going to. And where are we going to place the circle? We are going to place our circle at 4. Well done. We're going to place our circle 4. So we go to 4. We place our circle there. Well done. Then what's the next thing we're going to do, Mr. AT? We should see the side where the arrow is facing. Okay? By looking at the inequality, we should know that side. What is it? X is what here? Is it greater than or it's less than or equal to 7? Okay, because the crocodile is not facing it, so it's less than or equal to. So where does the arrow face? Your arrow faces to the left like this. The arrow faces to the left. And now you check, do we have an or equal to? That's the third thing. Yes. So we must shade the circle. Questions? Yes. 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 When it's greater than, it goes to the right. When it's less than, it faces the left. Yes. Good thing. I'm happy you saw that. Yes. No. P is X is what? Less than. Yes. The crocodile is not facing it. So it should face the left. Okay, Vic. Are you seeing this, Vic? 4B. That was the solution. So that's the one we were sketching. Okay. Now, can you see this one? The part C? Can you see part C now, everybody? X is what? Less than -3. So that's the one we are doing. X less than -3. So we take our thing. -6, -5, -4. This is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, AT, what is the first thing you do here? Is to do what? Yes, the first thing you should do to see where you're placing the circle. Where are we placing our circle here? At -3. We place our circle. Then what's the next thing? Vic. Okay, good. You place where the arrow is facing. Where is the arrow going to face here? Is X less than or it's greater than here? It's less than. So where will our arrow face? To the left. Good. You get it to the end of the number line and you stop. Questions? Oh, good. Sorry. Um, Now it's my turn to give you questions to do, right? Yes, I'm supposed to put the link for the one that you did. I want to give you a few harder ones to do, similar to this, and you put them on the you give them to me as well. Which ones did you do? Was it question 12? Oh, okay. Question 12 I haven't taught you because the x is negative there. Okay. All right, let me give you one similar to this one which we have done. And then okay, let me give you some questions I want you to do, and then we do the next thing, okay? No problem. Cheers. I'm ending the lesson here. Yes, I'm putting the link for the old one and giving you the new one. Don't worry, I'm doing it right now. It's good because it will give the tablet time to charge before the next one. It's an 18%, so I'll need it to charge. Okay, bye.